All right, folks, it looks like we got interrupted a minute ago. A tear gas canister was thrown close to where we are. As you can see, there is a small no man's land dividing line between NOPD officers on your right and protesters, several hundred, perhaps thousands on the left, shouting, "Don't shoot, don't shoot." We're gonna listen in. So the situation escalated to its current standoff a few minutes ago when NOPD attempted to push the protesters back off of the Crescent City connection. They deployed tear gas and essentially tiny firework-like devices that are meant to disperse crowds away from where they're thrown. Protesters were throwing them back, some of them landing behind the NOPD line, some of them landing in the no man's land. It has shrunk considerably from about maybe 40, 50 yards to its current predicament of 10, 15. This is, I believe, the 6th day of protests in New Orleans over George Floyd's death. This is the first night that they have turned in any way violent or confrontational. Yesterday, protesters did take the I-10 in downtown New Orleans, but after about hour and a half, 2 hours, NOPD was able to get them to leave the bridge and disperse for the night. Tonight they came back closer to the CCC and were marching their way across into Jefferson Parish when NOPD took a stance and responded. As you can see, there are, like I said earlier, hundreds, if not thousands, of protesters out here. This image from my phone is not giving it the full display. There are a lot of people out here. I'm seeing a lot of them, a vast majority in masks. The line between the protesters and NOPD appears to be shrinking. We might have a situation like what we saw last night, where protesters were directly up against the NOPD line. Yesterday, it had shows of solidarity with high-ranking NOPD officials telling protesters that the police force stands with them, and at least one officer kneeling in solidarity with the protesters. I don't think that is what's going to happen tonight. doesn't look like NOPD is going to move from where they are.